They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
King Harold, King's Club Casino, King's Club Blackjack. So let's, I'm looking at a new kind of layout here, so we'll be staggering through this a little bit as I get the feel for it. But this is basically to show the King's way of playing blackjack, and it will be different. It may be a little bit controversial to some of you, but it's going to reflect back on exactly what I have said about every game that we have. We go into the casino to make money, and that's the only reason we're there. Blackjack is one of the games, like all the others, that you will find yourself being told things to do in the game. And you will not realize that you're actually being told these things by the casino. A lot of things that you're told inside of a casino are actually told to you by the casino. Blackjack is another one. Blackjack, I'm here with the Angel, and years ago, I was solely a blackjack player, card counting, blackjack player. I became disillusioned with the game when I realized that card counting was the most overrated part, that was often talked up, that even basic strategy, up to a point, was overrated. All the things that you already have thought of and know, many of those things are actually wrong. So I'm going to show you the King's way of playing and have you think about it and bounce questions off. I will tell you this, of all the ways to try to make money in a casino, the toughest place you'll ever go to make money, just like King Chuck Ritter has found, he's been making money at Baccarat. Baccarat is the standout way to play. The downside is the table minimums are high. But Baccarat is a you against them or a them against you. You choose which side you're on. And there is no zero or double zero to play against. The only thing you could get otherwise would be a tie. And the ties are not losses. They're just next hand. You keep your money. You can even play the tie. There's ways that we're going to show you how to do that in Baccarat. But for right now, we have some members of the kingdom that are solidly making money in Baccarat for the way we've shown. I believe it is the #1 game to play in a casino. We have narrowed ways in roulette, which is, as you know, a very dangerous game. We've narrowed ways that you can make a profit there. We can make money at craps. I can talk to you some more about that. There are some different ways to do craps now, working it out with King Chuck as well. But let's talk blackjack for right now, and I'm going to tell you what to do with blackjack. In the blackjack game, like I'm going to just do some playing here. So we have a $10 bet we're going to make, and I'm going to martingale our blackjack, and I'm going to see how many times I can win $10. We would be sitting at first base. I always go in, when I'm going to play blackjack, I sit at first base nice and quietly, because that actually allows me to get my hand and then watch the other cards being dealt around, so I have a little bit of a guesswork on what's coming my way. But I sit at first base, and that way the things that I do, which would be controversial at the table, people don't care because they think you're a rookie and you're over there. You're not one of those that are making decisions that affect the other players so much. So I'm going to give you some basics of this. I'm going to double down on almost nothing. I'm going to split on almost nothing. I'm not going to take any of those chances. I'm also going to stand on a dealer's 7 a lot of times. I can break all these things down for you and tell you the first thing you think of when you see a dealer's 7 is you think he has 17. And I understand that. I do understand that. But more often than not, he does not. And you can figure it out for yourself when you say 10, Jack, Queen, King makes the 17, or the ace can make the 18. Well, that's 5 cards. How many more are there in each deck? 8. Multiply it times 6 decks. How many? 48 of the other cards. Oftentimes when a dealer has a 7-up, they actually have 14, 15, or 16. And so you're fighting yourself to get past 17, and you bust a lot of times when you see the dealer actually does not have a made hand yet. And that's really a letdown. And so it is kind of an instinct thing. I'll probably do it a couple of times here, but you can't always assume what the down card is for the dealer. We will split on 8s. We'll always split on 8s. We won't split on anything else unless the dealer has a 6. If the dealer has a 6, I'll split 2 through 6 against it. But I'm not going to double down after. As I said, I'm not going to double down on anything. I believe that doubling down is the worst thing you can do in a casino or at a blackjack table. You could have a 52-48 edge, you could have a 51-49 edge, but when those come against you, you lose 2 bets, and that's really a crazy way to do it when you're trying to simply make a profit. We're going to talk more and more about blackjack as we go, but we're not going to double down on anything. We're going to try to win our 1 bet and restart. You also could do this positive progression the way we did roulette, and we're going to do that too. But for now, we're going to do a simple martingale play. We've got $2,000. We're going to play $10 units, and that's what we're going to play. And we're going to go from here and have at it. We're not going to double down on anything, as I said, but there will be some splits that we will do. We're going to deal and talk about it as we go. So there's a soft 19. You'll always stand on that. And so we're going to stand right here. And the dealer had a face card down. So now we're going to bet $20. See that 11? We're not going to double down on it. We're going to hit it. Sure, it would have worked out that time, but it works out anyway because now we're up $10. That was the whole thing about the bet. We started at $23.85. Now we got $23.95. Thanks, Angel. We're going to go back to the $10 bet. Right now we're resetting. To a $10 bet. So there we go, $10 out there. We have another double down bet. Now, if I was ever going to double down, I would do it here against that 6, but I'm not even going to do it here. I'm playing for the win. This is martingale. I want my $10. Anybody can see that, but there are 13 cards there. There were 4 of them that would have made that 21. But I don't care. We've won 2 bets. We're up $20. That's all I want. I'm trying to win $100 in this demonstration tonight. We're going to do this for a couple of times. I am kind of staggering here to try to get the bets right. So we have a $20 bet. 19 against the 7, and we're going to see what this is. I'm actually hoping here that they do have an ace or a 10 down. There are 4 face cards, 10 through king plus ace. There are 8 other cards. I don't want them to have a 3 or 4 down here. I want them to have a solid 17, give us our money. Solid 17, perfect. Okay, so we go back to a $10 bet. And yeah, thanks, Angel. Get rid of that.
Oh, whatever. It gave us some type of bonus money. Sorry, guys.
Oh, did they put money on there?
Yeah, $25, I think. I don't even know.
So they screwed me up. Okay, well,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. This is for demonstration tonight, anyway.
Yeah,
you'll know if we get deep into martingale.
Yeah.
It'll be obvious. But this is for demonstration, and I know I'm pouring a lot at you, but this is actually my original game that I played. I can tell you right away. Let me take one break and talk about card counting. When you're card counting and you do pluses and minuses, and when you get to a high plus level, it means there are more face card values in the deck than there are low card values, and that is generally thought to be good for the player. Okay, maybe it is, but you have both people getting cards, so the dealer could get the good cards too. The one thing I liked about counting cards was I liked knowing when there were small cards out there. When there was an excess of small cards, I really liked that because it gave me more confidence in choosing when I was going to hit. Because if you got a lot more 5s and 6s out there and you're standing there with 14 and 15, you feel a lot better taking that hit. But small cards generally do favor the dealer. They are good to know, though. So here's the $10 bet here. We're going again. we're going to keep going here. I'm going to keep talking to you about this. I want you to know that you can go in and confidently play blackjack and that you can win money if you follow the King's way of playing. We don't take risks. We want to get our bet. We're going to show it also with the progressive betting on the next session. But we're going to talk blackjack. We're going to answer all your questions about it. Many of you will take issue with some of the things I'm doing. I understand that. I would just tell you, I've been doing this about as long as anybody I ever known. So here we're going to stand on the 20.
That sounded like because you're old.
So we lose that bet. So now,
No.
no.
Yeah, or exit out or whatever. I don't know.
These guys are messing with us bad. So we have a $20 bet out and we're going to deal. And we're going to stand on our 17. And there's our $20 win. So now we're going to go back to a $10 bet. This effing thing is going to drive me crazy.
Yeah, and we have to sit here and watch this stupid shit.
We're going to find a different one so that we don't have all this stuff going on all the time, because we're trying to do this thing as a demonstration basis. So Angel's trying to help me here, but all right. So we'll clear this. We'll make our $10 bet because we won our martingale in the second. So here's a $10 bet. So the 6 against the 10, we're going to hit. And the 16 against the 10, we're going to hit. And we hit the 20. Now the 16 against the 10 it's still a guess, but the problem with it is 7, 8, 9, 10 card, Jack, Queen, King.
How's that?
They're thinking that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just talking. so there's the push. So we'll repeat this $20 bet. We got 20 out there, don't we?
It was 10 because it wasn't a loss.
Oh, so it was a $10 bet that time? Yeah, okay, so we're still dealing that. Thanks, Angel. So we have a hard 19 against the 3. We're going to stand. And there's a 17. So let's play one more hand and then we'll close this down because they've already messed us up. But I think you guys have seen we've won. I think we've won 4 martingale bets, so we would be up $40 right now. The game gave us some money, but it doesn't matter. So we're playing a $10 bet here. Let's try to win one more hand. 12 against the 10. Of course, we're going to hit this, and I don't. A lot of guys, you'll get the 12 and they'll shaking their boots. Now maybe we do get the 10 card here, but 10, Jack, Queen, King are the only cards that can break us, and there are 9 cards that will improve this hand. So you got to look at it. Is this 9 against 4? We'd like to get one of those 9. Let's see. Okay, now you got the extra thing. Now we have 15. So ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and face cards are no good. You can stand on this, but you shouldn't. We're going to hit it. And there's a bust, but it didn't matter because we'd have lost anyway. And you can always see when you were going to lose anyway. So let's clear that and let's go to a $20 bet, right, Angel?
Yeah.
Okay. And we have a 16 that we're going to stand on against the 3. And they catch 17, so we're going to go to $40 bet. Now we have an 18, and 18 is generally looked at as a good hand. It's really not. 18s lose half the time. They're one of the weakest big hands. 17 and 18 are really not particularly good hands, but you win with 12 and 13, so you can win with 18s too. Let's see how this goes. And we will stand on this 18. And we won our 40. So that's 5 martingales we've won. I feel very confident playing this way. We're going to show it to you some more. We're going to field questions from you. I want to talk to you about the splitting and the not doubling down. The simple thing is I like to go into the casino. I went into the casino the other day. I didn't tell you this, but I went into the casino the other day and made $250 on the roulette table pretty quickly. I was the only one there. I was playing black and red, and I was playing the progressive betting that the Angel recommended. And the biggest bet I ever got out there was $40. It just went very smoothly. It doesn't always go like that, we all know. But I was also the only one in French lick at the table, and so it went fast spinning. So I went over and I played blackjack just like this, and I played to win $100. And it was a $10 table. It was a 3-2. It was a dealer stands on soft 17. This is the most advantageous kind of table. Sometimes you get 6-5 and dealer hits soft 17. Those take extra edges away from you. But I won $100 pretty quickly, and then I went over to the craps table, and just so particularly King Chuck, if you're listening, one of the ways that I'm playing craps these days is I play a $20 bet. Actually, it ends up being like 20. I think it ends up being 18 because I buy the 5, the 6, and the 8. I buy the 5, the 6, and the 8. And so I've got the 5 and the 6, the 8 bought out there after a point has been made. So the marker's on 9 or 3, no, 9 or 4 or 5 or somewhere. So I buy the 5, 6, and the 8. Those are the 3 numbers missing from the field. And so now I play a field bet on every dice throw. If I hit the field, I get my money for the field bet. And the numbers 5, 6, and 8 stay up because the 7 is the only thing takes them down. And so they keep rolling. And so I'm making money on every field bet, and then I hit an 8. Okay, well, I lose my field bet, but I got twice as much bet on my 8, which pays 7 to 6. So you make a profit then. So what I'm saying is, in the craps game, when you have the 5, 6, and 8 bought, and you're playing the field, you have every number excepting the 7. The 7 is the only thing that beats you, and the 7 beats everything. It takes everything down. And so you want to have a little bit of a roll. And so the way I play it is this. I play to try to win 3 straight tosses. I don't care if they're field bets or if they're the 5, 6, or 8. Doesn't matter to me. Because you can take the 5, 6, and 8 down anytime you want. And so I let the thrower throw, and hopefully he hits 3 numbers for me, whether they be field or whether they be 5, 6, or 8. And I cash 3 straight bets. Then I take all my money down and I go color out. So I did that and won $70 playing craps that way. I'll be happy to explain that system for you as well, for you who are a little alien to craps. But you essentially have, there are 6 ways to roll a 7. There are 36 ways to roll all the dice, counting every number. So what you're betting there is you're betting your 30 ways of rolling that are all wins against the 6 ways that are losses. So you're a 5-1 favorite on every roll. But eventually the 7 is coming up. It could come up in the first roll. It could come up in the 20th roll. Doesn't matter to me. I'm only going to stay for 3. I want to win 3 and go. If I lose into 3, I am going to martingale, stay one more round, double my bets, and try to make my money and color up and get out. But craps is not my game. It's just that I understand how to play it, and I sometimes play it just as relaxation on the way out the door. I can play blackjack anytime. I can play roulette anytime. I did play a little bit of interblock as well, just a little short time on it. But they don't offer baccarat down at French Lick, so I couldn't play yet. But I do play baccarat at Shelbyville. It's as I said, that's the top game to win in a casino. I have seen that Las Vegas now has single 0 wheels in the high limit rooms, and that they have brought back these 3-2 dealer stands on soft 17 in the higher limit rooms too, to try to encourage the whales to play blackjack again. Because some of the whales will only play the games that they can possibly win at. That's how they got all the money. And they do exploit everybody else by giving them the bad games, the 000 wheels and the 6-5 blackjacks, these things. So let's talk about all these things. If we're going to do casino gaming and we're going to do it to try to make money as a side hustle, we need to examine all of it. I'm going to talk to you in depth about blackjack. It is actually the game that I didn't talk too much about because we are a roulette channel, and roulette is our bread and butter, and roulette's what our kingdom loves. But there are other ways to play, and I am available to explain all of them to you. And I can talk to you about counting cards and why it doesn't matter. And I can talk to you about counting them just so you happen to know. But more importantly, can talk to you about playing with a a martingale methodology or with a progressive betting methodology. And if it's something that you're interested in, we're going to do it. And if it's something you're not interested in, well, I'm not going to belabor the point and just punish you by watching these things. So thank you guys for watching for tonight. This was a new software, and it threw that curveball at us by giving us a bonus money. It looks like, well, we started at $23.85, so they gave us over $100. Well, I think we won 4 bets, so it doesn't even matter. We would have won pretty much all along. So I feel confident in martingaling, because I think when you don't do these other things with your money, that you're playing straight up to get your bet, and you're going to win often enough to where you can keep martingaling your way until you get $100, and it's done pretty nice and easy, and it's a nice $100. And let's move along. I definitely wouldn't stay and try to play blackjack for like 4 hours or something and wait on the martingale to crash on me. I would.
God knows you've done it in the past.
I have. I played we went down to Evansville and we played.
Well, I'm talking back back a long time ago, back when you were a young buck. You used to sit there for 10, 11 hours, 12 hours.
Yeah, that was.
I remember.
That was when I was counting cards, and I was absolutely certain that I was on to something. But I eventually learned that the value of the counting cards was not as much as you might have thought. And I kind of learned it by watching professional card players and the 21 movie, which is kind of a little bit of a joke. I'm not so certain about that. It's the same way I'm not certain about Mickey Mays. All of these things that are out there, I'm not so certain about them. As I learn more about things, I began to doubt some of the other things I saw, but I'm doubting it from an intellectual position of what I know about it. So any questions you have about blackjack, I'm certain that it's not something I would not have heard about or thought about. So ask any question you want, and I will tell you from my position of experience. And it is a very good game, and you can enjoy it. I always would play it from first base. I play it from first base right now. So anyway, for the Angel, we bid the kingdom adieu.